Hi guys, it says weekly wax melts numbers 38 and 39. Before I get started, I just wanted to say a huge thank you. The reason that this is a 2-week review, I missed last week again. If you're a member of the CBVAU page or one of my friends on Facebook, then you already know that on Easter Sunday at 2 a.m. I ended up taking my husband into the ER because he was having trouble breathing. Everything is okay. All his tests came back for blood clots and that type of thing came back negative, but we really have to monitor his blood pressure. So to everybody who sent me messages on Facebook or called me or whatever to check on him, thank you so much. He's doing very well. He has a little compact blood pressure machine in the truck with him, so we'll just keep monitoring that. He'll go back in and see the doctor again in a couple of weeks. And I also wanted to say congratulations to the Sherwood family on the addition of your beautiful baby girl. I know how long you've waited for this, Jandry, and how thrilled you must be, and we are all equally thrilled for you. So, on with the review. A lot of what I've melted over the past 2 weeks came from my wonderful friend Kathy, who had gone through her stash and sent me a bunch of stuff, scent shots. She cleaned out her little scent shot cups, and so some of this stuff is either Scoop Some Scent or crumb melts that she just placed into the normal scent shot cups. And the reason I melted a lot of the stuff from her versus a lot of the new stuff that I just got. I mean, what I've melted from her is not stuff that I've reviewed already, but I knew that the stuff from Kathy had already had a lot of cure time. So, on with the review. One of the newer ones that I did melt, or at least new to me, and it is relatively new to the line, is monkey bread. Now, I'm not sure exactly what I expected out of this. I guess I expected kind of like a banana cinnamon bread, maybe, or something with a little bit of banana smell to it. This does not have any banana smell. In actuality, I didn't smell anything bakery-like out of this. No cupcake, no bread, nothing like that. What it smells like to me is when, like if you sprinkle fresh ground cinnamon on your toast. I don't know about all of you, but sometimes, you know, you sprinkle that cinnamon powder and you kind of inhale it and it makes you want to sneeze. That's what this smells like to me, like that type of cinnamon. It is definitely not a red hot cinnamon. So, even though I smelled no bakery out of that, you'll have to excuse me too if I'm sniffling and whatever. I've got my orange juice here. It's sickness time in the Northwoods again. So anyway, monkey bread, if you like the smell of fresh ground bakery cinnamon, again, I don't necessarily smell any type of bakery note other than cinnamon in there. Nothing cakey or anything like that, but that was really good. I melted fresh cut grass. Now this one did come from Kathy, and if you're a fan of Cloverfields and aloe, which I am, you will probably like this one. Of the two, I prefer the Cloverfields and aloe. There's just something a little bit fresher about that scent to me. I can't say that this smells exactly like fresh cut grass. It's just a hint too sweet and a hint too perfumey to be a true fresh cut grass. Although around here, when you're cutting grass, you're also intentionally or not mulching up a lot of generally oak leaves, maple leaves, pine needles in with your grass. So to some of you, this probably will smell very, very true to what it is supposed to be. It was wonderful. That was actually one of the first scent shots I ever ordered from Victoria, and at that time I did not like it. This, however, and I can tell that Kathy has had this one for a while because for whatever reason, a lot of Victoria's scent shots that are colored green will begin, they very quickly fade. It doesn't interrupt the scent at all. I'm not sure why the color gets like that. But that's how I was able to tell that Kathy had had this one for a while. I like that a lot better now than I did the first time I smelled it. So maybe it has to do with the fact that, again, my nose has changed due to the fact that I'm no longer smoking, or it might have to do with the fact that this one cured a lot longer. Maybe I melted the first one too quickly. I don't know, but fresh cut grass is wonderful. Caramel Cafe, another one from Kathy. Now this one was crumb melts that she just used a little cup for and sent to me. This is wonderful. If you're a fan of coffee scents, especially the ones that are really sweet, definitely give this one a try. It smells like more like cappuccino to me, so I really liked that one. It was relatively light in the warmer though and didn't last a real long time, but while it did last, it was excellent. Granny's Apron. I absolutely love this scent. Pam Sampson created this, and this is a combination of Granny's pie crust and zucchini bread. Now, zucchini bread on its own, to me, is normally far too powerful. I like my scents really strong, but that one is very, very heavy on the bakery spices, and does not smell like a true zucchini bread to me because it is so heavily spiced. This, however, is what zucchini bread is, to me, is supposed to smell like. This reminds me so much of walking into my grandmother's house or one of my aunt's homes when I was a kid and they were baking zucchini bread. I absolutely love this. If you're a bakery fan and you haven't tried this yet, you really need to. This is definitely something I would melt year-round. Specifically in the colder months, I do tend to be a little bit more of a seasonal burner, especially lately, but that is something that I think would work at any time of the year. Island Spa, another one from Kathy. This too was excellent. Now I did make some notes on some of these, just because it has been a couple of weeks since I last talked to you guys, or since I've melted these. This smells a little bit like Morning in Madrid, so if you're familiar with that scent and you like that one, I think that you would like Island Spa. This one has a bit more of a grapefruit smell to me rather than orange. Morning in Madrid smells a little bit more orangey and a little bit like a little bit spicy. This smells more almost like a grapefruit rind. I loved this, and it was really fresh, so I really, really liked that one. There was also a little bit of lime in there. Pagoda Tree, now I know this is one of Victoria's favorites and one she was extremely anxious and excited to add to the line back when it was added, which was like a year or two ago. This was made by Aubrey, and it's a combination of Tokyo Springs and Chantilly lace. Now to me, I can smell the Tokyo Springs and I can smell the Chantilly lace equally yet individually, because I do know what both of those smell like. I'm very familiar with them. But when this goes in the warmer, to me it almost smells like a combination of Skinny Dippin' and Spring Dippity. So if you're a fan of either one of those scents or both of those scents, give this a try. Also, if you're a fan of Itori, I think that you would like this one. Itori also has Tokyo Springs in it. So this is really, really nice. When it goes in the warmer, to me, it's a little bit more tart and citrus smelling cold. When it goes in the warmer, it almost smells more like a moisturizing citrus soap. So that's really good. White Sage, another one from Kathy. This was a huge surprise to me. I would never have ordered this based on the scent description alone, and I don't know if I wrote it down. No, I did not. This is so good. It is earthy, but it's not one of those overwhelmingly powerful earthy scents. And where some earthy scents smell a little bit more like dirt, this is more green. Very, very clean smelling, somewhat sweet, very fresh. I loved this. So thank you very much, Kathy, for sending this, because this is not something I would have ever tried based on the name alone or the scent description alone. I melted this on a day when I was cleaning, and my house just smelled so fresh and wonderful. So definitely give this one a try if you're a fan of the cleaner smelling scents, or some of the more, it's almost florally, it's kind of floral, sort of, but more herb-like. So this is really, really good. Okay, on to the next week. This is what I melted last week. Raspberry White Mocha Latte is very, very similar to Razzmatazz Hazelnut Coffee. Of the two, I prefer Razzmatazz Hazelnut Coffee, which kind of surprises me. This is a hint sweeter because of the white chocolate, and generally I am a bigger fan of the sweeter scents more so than anything else. However, I liked the fact that the hazelnut in the Razzmatazz Hazelnut Coffee made the raspberry smell almost like raspberry seeds, and I do get that a bit out of here. This is really, really good. I'd be hard-pressed, in truth, to pick a favorite among those two, between those two. But if you like the chocolate and just a hint more creaminess, then I would give that one a try. Tangerine Mimosa is another one that came from Kathy. This smells so fresh and clean and yummy. It does smell like a tangerine, what I would imagine a tangerine mimosa smells like, or just a mimosa in general, which for those of you who don't know is orange juice and champagne. And you do get that effervescent fizziness out of this. So this is really good. The only thing I didn't like, and I'm not sure, this was a scoopsome scent, I believe. It was very, very light and did not last very long. I don't know how long Kathy has had this one. Again, my nose, what smells strong to my nose might not to yours, and vice versa. So please don't ever base, you know, what I'm saying about a particular scent. For instance, cotton candy. Everyone says that cotton candy is a very, very light scent, and the first time I had it, I agreed. I could barely smell it. I have since ordered it numerous times. It's my latest obsession. I've ordered it in my past 2 orders, have already used up 1 full scent shot, and it was no more than 3 weeks old and very, very strong. So everybody's noses are different. Scent is subjective. Please keep that in mind. Graham Cracker Crust. I know this is one of Katie Manzer's favorite scents, and I can see why. This is wonderful. I don't necessarily think it smells like graham cracker crust, but it does smell like a bakery crust of some sort. As a matter of fact, I had it melting on one of the days when Phil, my husband, was home, and he had gone outside to do something, or maybe he ran to town, I don't remember. Anyway, he walked in the house and asked me what I was baking. So if you're familiar with the like lemon ginger snap pie, what the crust smells like in that, that's what graham cracker crust smells like. This is really, really good. And this is another. It was very long lasting and very powerful throw. Divine Paradise, I believe this is a combination of, I know it's cherry and pineapple, and I think it's supposed to be yellow cake or something. It's something similar to like maybe a pineapple upside down cake. I don't get any bakery out of this. I get quite a bit of cherry. Cherry is the first thing I smell, and cherry was mainly what I smelled when it was in the warmer. I did get a hint of pineapple, and this is more of a creamy cherry, but rather than being bakery-like to me, this smells more fruity. It actually smells sort of like serendipity to me. So if you like serendipity, give this one a shot. Life's a Beach. This was another from Kathy, and another scoopsome scent. Now this one I melted in my bedroom, and you can see how little I used out of here. This was so strong, and so long lasting and absolutely wonderful. And I'm sorry, I said before that Pagoda Tree smelled like a mix of, what did I say it smelled like? Spring Dippity and Skinny Dippin'. Life's a Beach, it smells like a combination of Spring Dippity and Skinny Dippin' to me. This is fantastic. Super fruity, super fresh, very, very long lasting, excellent throw. And I'm sorry for confusing you with the whole Pagoda Tree thing. That one to me smells more like Itori. So if you're a fan of Itori, try Pagoda Tree. If you're a fan of Spring Dippity or Skinny Dippin', definitely give Life's a Beach a shot, because that's excellent. Blackberry, raspberry, vanilla is not at all what I expected. This to me smells cold, and actually even when it was warmed up, smells to me like Ocean Spray pink grapefruit juice. I don't smell blackberry, I don't smell raspberry, not individually. The combination of the two, it smells like grapefruit juice to me. And I expected this to be more creamy because of the vanilla, and I guess it is a little bit, but it actually is another that smells very much like a fruity shampoo or a body wash. This was really good, or would be really good. I melted it in my living room, but I think this would be really, really good in a bathroom. So I really like that one. And another huge surprise, this is another one that came from Kathy. Now this is one that I've been kind of eyeballing for a couple of years, and it always got bumped for something else, is English Ivy. I believe this is also one of Victoria's favorites. I'm not 100% sure. This is wonderful. Now this is another, as you can see, I only melted a quarter of it, and this is another one of those green scents that, you know, the green fades for whatever reason, but does not deter the scent in any way. This is so fresh and so sweet and so wonderful. If I could only pick one floral out of all of the florals, and you all know that florals are not my favorites, there are a few that I like, but if I was limited to just one, this is the one I would choose. If you see those pictures of like old world English gardens, you know, and they're just full of all those old-fashioned flowers like peonies and snapdragons and hollyhocks, and, you know, and they're just overloaded with blooms, and that's what this smells like. I mean, if I don't know for sure that that's what an English garden smells like, but in my mind, that's what an English garden smells like. This is so fresh and so perfect for summer. And we did have one day last week where we actually had 67 degrees. Today, of course, we're back to our standard spring in Wisconsin weather where it's like 42 degrees, but because the wind is so strong, the actual temp feels more like 32. And it's gray, and it's raining, and then it stops, and then it rains again. Anyway, if you need a little pick-me-up, something to make you smile, something to make you feel like the sun is shining or spring is right around the corner and you're from one of those colder states like I am, or Canada or someplace like that, give English Ivy a try. This was so good. And thank you again, Kathy, for sending all of those to me. Thank you to everyone who inquired about Phil, and I'll see you next week.